Hey again, everybody. This is Andi from StarWars.com here at Lucasfilm headquarters. This week, I'm taking you behind the scenes of Fire Across the Galaxy, the awesomely exciting Star Wars Rebels Season 1 finale. This is Rebels Recon. With Kanan still in Imperial custody, the Ghost crew launches a daring rescue mission, which just barely works.
You shouldn't have come here, but I'm glad you did.
You would have done the same for me.
In a final battle with the evil Inquisitor, Kanan confronts his fear. The dark side warrior, stripped of his greatest weapon, is no match.
There are some things far more frightening than death.
Their journey far from over, our heroes gain powerful new allies and deadly new enemies. In this week's Deep Dive, we're talking about the triumphant return of fan-favorite characters who will play drastically different roles in the future of the rebellion. Darth Vader is one of the most iconic characters ever. How did you get his real-life gravitas to translate?
You don't mess with it too much. The only thing that we were going to play with slightly was the helmet, and even there were Ralph McQuarrie paintings to go from.
A lot of it's how you frame him. We try to constantly frame from below. We don't want to ever really be looking down on him. The only person who would really look down on him is like the Emperor.
At what point in the process was it clear that Ahsoka would be coming back?
It was kind of debated from the very beginning of the series, and I think that everybody was very cautious with that because we wanted to establish these new characters and not confuse people to think that this is just a continuation of Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
I got a call from Dave Filoni, and it was beyond exciting to say the least. And then to find out that she would be like a rebel leader was so cool.
From the very start, we knew that that was going to be Ahsoka. We also knew that people would jump to that conclusion because the number of characters that could be, it's a pretty small pool.
A lot of our fans did some really serious detective work to figure out their identity. Did you follow along with any of that?
I do not underestimate the ingenuity our fans have. Someone remastered the voice, and it sounded a lot like Ashley when they decrypted it.
Star Wars fans are so clever, are so smart, are so passionate, and I love that. I mean, the fact that they care that much.
To mess with that, it's not always Ashley playing Fulcrum in Season 1.
How did you determine Ahsoka's look for Rebels?
I've been trying to get her to this kind of pseudo-samurai look, which is what her armor is based on now, for quite some time.
It is weird when you go back sometimes to Clone Wars characters, figuring out a way to translate whatever that was before in a different medium into how it might look on Rebels. It's almost like you're designing them fresh.
I want it to look like armor that she would have found somewhere, that she had gone into an old temple and got this ancient Jedi armor, and her lightsabers are completely new as well. There'll be a great moment where she actually turns those things on for the first time in Season 2, and you'll see that her blades, they're basically white because she's not Jedi and she's not evil, to kind of reflect her non-affiliation.
When the Clone Wars ended, did you talk to Dave at all about where Ahsoka might end up?
I always ask Dave about where Ahsoka is and what she's doing, because I only know up to a certain point.
I've had kind of an outlined plan that I had since I worked with George about where Ahsoka's progression is as far as a character at different time periods of the Star Wars universe.
When people ask me where she is, I'm like, she's eating cupcakes, working on a pony farm.
Ashley said something along the lines of a pony farm. So.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She says that stuff because she knows I do not like those things.
Hey, Chopper. Don't be sad. Season 2 is gonna start before you know it. Go have a good break. I'll see you later. See you, Chopper.
Did you guys hear something? Forgot this. season long, you've been sending us your questions online. So for one last time, we tracked down the story group's Pablo Hidalgo for answers. Hey, Pablo, I got 2 more questions for you this week.
All right.
The Nerf Herder asks, is Stormtrooper armor airtight?
I'm going to guess the reason they're asking has to do with those stormtroopers that Chopper blows out of the airlock. The good news for those troopers is that the armor can be sealed against vacuum, but the bad news is they don't have much by way of an air supply. Trooper helmets have filtration systems and stuff like that, but if they want to operate out in space, they're going to need an extra air supply, which is what we see outside the Death Star in A New Hope when the Millennium Falcon comes in for a landing.
Very cool. Thanks, Pablo. And our last question, Jacob Lockett asks, Tarkin has been in the last few episodes quite a bit, but shouldn't he be overseeing the Death Star's construction?
Tarkin's a busy guy. He keeps on the move. You got to remember that in addition to being sort of in charge of the Death Star operation, he is a Grand Moff. That is, he's the governor of the entire Outer Rim territories. So he's not just holed away on one project. He kind of has to represent the Empire across the entire Outer Rim.
Awesome. Thanks, Pablo, and thanks for all your answers this season.
Thank you.
Have a question about Fire Across the Galaxy? You can still tweet it to @StarWars using the hashtag Rebels Recon, and we'll answer what we can online. Now, the first season of Star Wars Rebels was just our first step into a larger world. I sat down with cast and crew to get their Season 1 highlights and hear what they're most excited about from Season 2. What was your favorite part of Season 1?
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Favorite part of season 1.
The lightsabers. Getting a lightsaber, that was really fun.
Knowing that we were going to get Frank Oz for Yoda, but even just knowing that intellectually could not prepare you emotionally.
I love that moment in the pilot where everybody's about to find out the secret. I love, love, love that moment.
I think my favorite part was really when Ezra learned that we were actually out to help people.
Lando.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that was pretty cool. And Hera shined in that episode.
That was hilarious.
Vader. Like
Yeah.
you hear it and you're like, oh man, yes!
The fact that it got done, it was very whirlwind.
It gelled together a lot more than even I was expecting it to, and I'm a big fan of the show.
For me, when Kanan says, I have nothing left to fear, I get goosebumps now a little bit just saying it.
My favorite part is how the show got, just like Clone Wars, constantly better. That it evolved.
Seeing how quickly and how wholeheartedly the series was embraced by so many has been absolutely amazing.
What are you most looking forward to about Season 2?
There's a bigger bounty on their heads, so the stakes shoot up.
We went at it much stronger. The shows get more exciting and more dramatic.
We're going to get the Ghost finally moving around to different planets.
There is more happening. There are more episodes, more characters.
And we have some really sick guest cast coming up in Season 2 that people will be like, what?
Not just like new characters, but like who's playing the new characters and who's playing the old characters.
I want to see how Kanan develops as a Jedi as much as I want to see how Ezra develops as a Jedi.
Kanan fought in the last Great War. Is he really ready to fight in the next big one?
We've established this new triangle of characters, Tarkin, Vader, and we have Ahsoka Tano.
It gets me back Ahsoka, which is very fun for me to write her again.
Ahsoka was always asking questions and wanting to know why, and now Ahsoka is the one answering the questions.
And if anyone's scared as to, they're gonna screw up Vader, no, they are not. It is awesome.
I'm looking forward to fleshing out a bit more of everyone's backstory.
We're going to get a lot more spotlight on everybody's history, and more stuff is going to come to light.
Season 2 starts like literally right where you want it to, and it's just perfect.
Next season, the Ghost Crew discover that they are not the only rebels in the galaxy. Meet Commander Sato and the Phoenix Squadron with this never-before-seen concept art. Thanks for watching Rebels Recon. We'll see you in April at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim with an even bigger look at Star Wars Rebels Season 2. In the meantime, check out our episode guides and watch for other Rebels announcements only on StarWars.com. Hey again, everybody. This is Andi from StarWars.com here at Lucasfilm headquarters. Today we're talking Rebel Resolve, where the Ghost Crew try to discover the location of their captive shipmate. This is Rebels Recon.